Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Please support me and like my video. In this part, after Flame Death Edmund meet the Ives. Edmund was surprised, and he said to Ives, "Did you hear that?" After making a mess in the house Windsor, Flame Stark was ambushed on the way back, and never returned to the house Stark. Ives said to him, "Could it be possible that elders of the house Windsor did that?" Edmund said to him, "There is something fishy about it. By now, the flame dead body hasn't yet been found, and his son also disappeared. It's hard to say who is the murdered. Flame was dead. The member of the house Stark won't let this matter go easily. And with the King Chi's support, I am afraid they will sure make trouble with the house Windsor." And then he say, "Ives, won't you go with me?" Ives said to him, "I must stay here. After all, I am one of the house Windsor, though they don't treat me well." Edmund said to him, "I won't force you, since you are so determined." Then Edmund said to Ives, "Take this." Ives said to him, "What is it?" Edmund said to him, "I can't take this." He said to Ives, "If you meet some danger, have someone send this token to the first restaurant under heaven. I will help you out." "Ives, just take it. We are close bros, aren't we?" Then Ives take it and say, "All right, thanks, Edmund." Then Edmund said to him, "Ives, we will be far apart from each other. Even so, as long as we are sworn brothers, I believe we will surely meet each other one day." Then Edmund going back. Then Ives think that it is a pity that I am not Aaron. I don't know if we are friends or enemies when we meet again. On the other side, Lord Windsor said to Supreme Elder, "How is your injury?" Supreme Elder said to him, "Flame cultivation base is much higher than mine. Cough, I was still injured though I used the Celestial Slayer. I am afraid it will take me 1 or 2 years to recover the previous cultivation base. I will be secluded in my room to cultivate. All members of our house are not allowed out." Then Evan Windsor said to him, "Supreme Elder, we just got the news that Flame and Gerald were ambushed on the way back. But it's not certain whether they are killed or not. Members of the House Stark are in a hasty searching for them." Supreme Elder was surprised and said to him, "Oh, really? Is the House Stark plotting anything? Given Flame cultivation base, I am afraid few people can block him if he wants to escape." Evan Windsor say, that after the battle between Flame and us that day, someone indeed found the traces of fierce fight in the back mountains. So people assume that Flame was ambushed by us. Supreme Elder shocked and said to him, "Who did this in the name of us?" Evan Windsor said to him, "Anyway, we benefit from this. Flame death will sure cripple the House Stark. In the coming days, it is no threat to us." Supreme Elder said to him that we can't let our guards down. The news that the Celestial Slayer is in my hands must have been spread out. I am afraid this will bring more trouble to our house. Sigh, no peaceful life for us anymore. On the other side, Lily stand up and start walking. Baron was surprised and said to her, "Sister, you can walk now." "Sister, how are you feeling now?" Lily said to him, "I can feel the chi going through the meridians all over the body. It won't be long before we can start the cultivation." Baroness was so happy and laugh, ha ha ha, and say, "That is great. Ives told me to teach you the secret feather arts when you recover a little." She said to him, "Is that the martial arts which is complementary to the divine feather arts?" Baron say, "Yeah, I really wonder how and where he got this. I have a feeling that Ives is an omnipotent man." She was laughing, ha ha ha. At that moment Ives came there and said to them, "What are you talking about?" Lily said to Ives, "You are here." Then Baron said to Ives, "We are talking about you. Sister can feel the chi going through the meridians all over her body. I am about to teach her the secret feather arts." Ives said to him, "Oh, really? That is good news. Let me check." Then Ives checked the Lily pulse. And said to him, "Most of the poison has been driven out. But there is still a small part of poison accumulated inside the diaphragm. So, it is not the time to cultivate martial arts, though you have felt the flow of chi in the meridians." Lily say, "Thanks Ives." Ives said to him, "I will tell you when you can start to cultivate the martial arts." Then he said to Baron, "Did the Supreme Elder take you as his apprentice after the competition?" Then Baron said to him, "I just got the Supreme Elder is badly injured, and will be secluded in his room to rest. So, he has no time to teach me any martial arts." Ives said to Baron, "Time waits for no man. I have to help get you the divine feather arts as soon as possible." Baron was surprised and said to Ives, "But how? After all, the divine feather arts is a secret martial arts of the House Windsor." Ives said to him, "I have a way." Lily thinking that Ives is so amazing. What the hell is his identity? On the other side, Elizabeth was lying on her bed. Suddenly she feels someone open the door. She say who, but nobody here. Then she say, it's so strange. Did I hear it wrong? Suddenly Ives came there, he was covered face, and he put his hand on her mouth. She say, who, humph. Then Ives said to her, you are not afraid anymore. She said to him, I am not, when I know it's you. Ives said to her, aren't you afraid? I will do something bad to you. Then she said to him, not afraid at all. You have the evil intention, but don't have the guts to do so. Ives said to her, oh my. The decoration in your chamber is so exquisite. She said to her, humph, I know you don't have the guts. Ives said to her, what's going on? Why is my head feeling dizzy? Elizabeth laughing hee 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 hee. Then Ives sit down and put hand on head and say, ouch. She again laugh ha ha ha, and said to him, you brat, I got you. You should regret for having tricked me before. Then he came in Elizabeth Rue, and say, I am always learning. And this is what I learned from you. I took some requiem incense from the family treasure vault. Its effects are almost the same as your soothing incense. It can make you lose the consciousness. Then Elizabeth say, unconsciously you fell into my trap. He sit on the chair and say, this tea is not bad. She said to him, Ives, how could you? Ives, why didn't you fall into a coma? Then he put down the tea and said to her, why must I fall into coma? I got the smell of the requiem incense when I came in. Oh, I forgot to tell you that. My master let me try hundreds of poisonous stuffs when I was young. So 99% of poison all over the world is useless to me. She was aggressive and say, you pissed me off. Ives, you big bastard. Come on, why did you come to see me at such late night? Ives said to her, nothing. I just want to have a visit around here. Then he laying on the bed. And say, wow, your bed is so comfortable, much softer than mine. Then she put on his arm and say, Ives, get up. Ives said to her, what's the hurry? Let me have a rest. Then Elizabeth said to him, Ives, you came here for the divine feather arts. Didn't you? Humph, I guessed it right. You came here just for it. Men are just men, selfish creatures. Ives said to her, how did you know that? She said to him, I know you won't come here for me. I am afraid the divine feather arts is the only thing that I have, which can draw your interest. Every member in the house Windsor desires for it. Ives said to her, you are so smart. How about we make a deal? Give it to me, to let me make a copy. In return, I will give you something that won't let you down. She said to him, stand up. Then she opened the drawer, and Ives say, this is divine feather art. Then Elizabeth gave him the feather arts and said to him, this is a copy of the divine feather art. Just take it. Ives said to her, it's a secret martial arts of your family. Why did you give me so easily? Elizabeth said to him, anyway, you can always think of a way to get it, as long as you want to. Ives said to her, you wouldn't give me a fake one, will you? Elizabeth, don't trick me. If you do, someone will die. She say, Ives, I have given you the divine feather art. What else do you want me to do? He said to her, all right, I trust you. I find you quite lovely when you are angry. Then she say, this is nothing to do with you. Then he turned back I say, Elizabeth, I am very grateful for your giving it to me. In regardless of the family rules. I am sorry to have bothered you tonight. I will make a sincere apology next time. After that Ives was going towards outside the door. And Elizabeth was upset and say, Ives, you big idiot. It's my voluntary decision to give it to you. I don't want you to repay. Then she thinking that master, did I do it wrong? I clearly know. He came for the divine feather art instead of me. And I clearly know what I did is a severe breach of family rules. But why did I still voluntarily give it to him? Maybe, I hope he can cultivate the divine feather art to improve his cultivation base. Am I just an idiot? Then Ives coming back towards Lily and Baron. Baron said to Ives, this is the divine feather art, is not it? How did you get it? Then Ives tells them, I owe someone a debt of love. Just do your best to cultivate this martial art. With the combination of the secret feather art, you can achieve some surprising effects. Baron, don't speak of this to anyone. Baron said to him, I won't. You have my word. Then he was happy and say, oh, I will go cultivate this martial arts. Take your time to chat with each other. After that, Ives said to Lily, how are you recently? She said to him, I am feeling much better recently. Then Ives came near to Lily, she say, thanks Ives. Ives said to her, let's walk around. She said to him, okay. Then Lily said to him, recently, the relationship between the House Stark and our House Windsor are strained. You would better be careful when going out. Ives said to her, thanks for your care, Lily. The House Stark was heavily hit. Flame and Gerald are missing. I guess they have no time to handle me. Lily said to him, Ives, I have a question. But I am not sure whether ask it or not. Ives said to her, Lily, just go ahead. Lily said to him, do you have anything to do with their disappearance? Ives said to her, why did you ask me this? She said to him, after the fierce battle that day, Flame fled away, and you also disappeared mysteriously. So I have such suspicion. I know your identity is not simple, and shouldn't ask you this. Please forgive me for my curiosity. Ives replied her, you overstated it. But for some matters, you would better not know too much. I don't want to drag you into the trouble. I will leave the House Windsor, after completing what I have to do here. Then she said to him, Ives, did I just say anything wrong? Ives said to her, Lily, sometimes, wouldn't it be a good thing that we can't make all things clear? She replied, I see. At the same time a guy came there and tells the Supreme Elder, they are here. Supreme Elder said to him, leave now. He replied, yes. At that moment, a cart reached there, and a guy came out from the cart. Then Supreme Elder welcomed him. He was angry and he said to him, Jonas, you really have the guts. Supreme Elder replied him, Steward Yun, please calm down. I really don't know what I did wrong to make you so irritated. Please tell me. Then he said to him, was it you who ambushed and killed Flame? King of Chi sends me here to look into this matter. If you can't give me a satisfying answer today, don't blame me for being ruthless. Humph, Supreme Elder replied him, that we really has nothing to do with Flame death. That day, he came here to humiliate us. But we didn't hunt for him. After he left, as far as I know, he encountered his ambush on the way back to his own house. So his death has nothing to do with our house. Then Steward Yun, going towards outside the house and say, Humph. After that Supreme Elder said to Evan, bring some good quality purple jade here. Evan said to him, I see Supreme Elder. Then Supreme Elder going towards the Steward Yun and say, Steward Yun, please take this collection of purple jade. He absorbed the purple jade. And then he said to Supreme Elder, Jonas, King Chi ordered me to thoroughly look into this matter, so I can't cover up for you. Supreme Elder said to him, Yun, Flame indeed had confused with us before. But we really didn't get involved in this murdering ambush. So I just wish you can handle this matter impartially. After that Yun said to him, all right, I trust you. I will get to the bottom of this matter. Supreme Elder said to him, thanks a lot, Steward Yun. Then he said to Supreme Elder, would you like to walk with me around your house? He said to him, it's my great honor. Steward said to him, you really take a good care of your whole house. Supreme Elder said to him, I am flattered. Yun said to Supreme Elder, Jonas, do you know King Chi is very unhappy with you recently? Supreme Elder replied him, but I don't know at all what I did to irritate King Chi. On the other side, at that moment, suddenly Sansa came there and said to Ives, Yun, he is here to ask Jonas if he has something to do with Flame death. They are now walking around in the back garden. Ives said to her, I see. And laugh, he. Then he say, is there anything else you want to say to me? Sansa said to him, Sect Master, please behave yourself. Then Ives said to her, that it's long time no see. Don't you miss me? She was angry and thinking, you jerk. How dare he say such obscene words? He is really shameless. Ives said to her, I can't stay here too long. Or the whole plan will be spoiled if they see me here. But I miss you. Just one day apart from you. Feels like 3 years. Then she said to him, Sect Master, given your honorable identity, you will be naturally loved by many girls. Why do you only harass me? Ives came near to Sansa and say, Sigh, though there are many pretty girls to choose from. You are my only choice. What should I do? She was upset and say, Sect Master, if there is nothing else, I am leaving now. Then Ives say, Huh. What's the hurry? Then she disappear. And Ives say, He, she leaves so fast. 10 years ago, the Supreme Sect. When Ives was at young age. When he was sitting on the mountain, and Sansa came there, and she said to Ives, what are you looking at? And Sansa was also at young age. Then Ives replied her, I am looking at Haojing. I am missing my grandfather, father and mother. She replied her, you are really funny. Looking out from here, how could you see such a faraway place? Ives said to her, I can't see it. But I know they live in that direction. Sansa said to him, I am really jealous of you. I have no father and no mother. And I don't know where they are living now. Suddenly Ives' hand slipped and he was near to fell down. She grasped my hand. And say be careful, I will try to pull you up. And then she saved me. But she fell down on floor after pull him and Ives also fell down on Sansa, and he kissed her face. After that Ives stand up and say, it's so close thanks. Are you alright? Did you get injured? She was weeping. Ives said to her, let me see whether you got injured or not. Thank you for saving me. I just kissed you on the face by accident. I am so sorry. She was weeping continues. Then Ives was laugh, he. And say, my royal grandfather ever said to me, physical contact is forbidden between men and women. I just kissed you. So as a true man, I will be responsible for you. He said to her, please don't cry. I am so sorry. When you grow up, I will surely marry you as wife. Ives was going back to the house happily and say master, I am back. Sect master said to him, Ives, you always has a worried look and furrowed brows. Why are you so happy today? Ives said to him, master, when I grow up, could you pass the sect master position of the supreme sect to me? Sect master was surprised and say, oh, why do you want to be the sect master? He said to him, today, I make a promise with junior sister Sansa that I am marry her. When she grows up, only when I take the seat of the sect Empire, can I protect her. Sect master laugh, ha, and say, I see. Alright, when you grow up, I will pass the sect master position to you. Then he was happy and say oh, really, that is great. Now Ives was thinking, never thought our joking words would become truth. I really take the seat of sect master of the supreme sect. In order to avoid me, Sansa entered the Heavenly Illusion Tower in cultivation for 8 years, and finally reached the level 6 of the Heavenly Martial Arts. Later, she made a rapid progress in increasing cultivation base, and became the youngest master-level assassin. Sigh, you never know what is coming for you next. God has arranged everything well, and you have no way to escape your fixed fate. On the other side, Steward Yun said to Supreme Elder, you know, flame meant a lot to King Chi. Even if he was not killed by you, I am afraid you can't avoid being involved this. Then Supreme Elder replied him, Steward Yun, the House Stark is always pressing us, and wants to wipe us out. We just have to do something to fight back. Steward Yun, would you please say some good words for us in front of King Chi? Then Steward Yun say, Jonas, I heard a thing. Please go ahead. Is your hands is not it? The Celestial Slayer is. Jonas, I think you know that, with the current strength of the whole House Windsor, you still have no way to keep it. Supreme Elder say, Then suddenly Steward Yun glanced on Ives and thinking, it's my goodness. He said to him, Supreme Elder said to him, he is Ives Windsor, you know him. Steward Yun said to him, is he a member of the House Windsor? Alike so. Supreme Elder said to him, you know where he is from? He replied him, that he is not one of your house, right? Supreme Elder said to him, you may not know that. More than 2 years ago, my third younger brother left his child behind in our house. Afterwards, he left even without telling us. So, this child's identity is still a mystery. Steward Yun surprised and say, you said more than 10 years ago. He replied to Yun, yes, anything wrong? Then Steward Yun said to him, Jonas, God gives us 2 chances. If you did as I told, you could go through this matter smoothly, and even make your house more thriving. And I, Yun, also can win great glory. If you did not, I am afraid the whole House Windsor would disappear from the world. Supreme Elder said to him, please tell me what I should do. Next day, Ives checked the lily pools and said to her, you recover much sooner than expected. It may be because that you have a good physique. There is nothing serious, already. Everything is alright, if you concentrate while cultivating the martial arts. Then she replied to him, yes. Ives said to her, Lily, you seems to be unhappy. Lily said to him, no, I am just so happy that I don't know what to say. Thanks so much, Ives. If it were not for you, I would be a cripple. Then Ives said to her, it's nothing. After that she said to him, if you want me to do something, I will do it. Even at the cost of my life. Ives said to her, since you have recovered, what do you want to do most? Then she say, what I want to do most. You will joke me if I say. Ives said to her, joke you. How could I? She said to him, I really want to take a walk outside, smelling the fragrance of flowers and listening to the chirps of birds. Then Ives said to her, you will be frustrated. In the next few months, you have to still sit on the wheelchair, pretending to be a cripple. She say, I've said to her, you have to do it until we find out who poisoned you. By the time, you will be truly safe. She smile and say, it does not matter, I have been waiting for the day that I could get on my feet for years. Waiting for another few months is just nothing. After that I've said to her, a few days later, I need you to do a play with me. She say, do a play. On the other side, Steward Yun said to Jonas, what do you think? Supreme Elder said to him, if this matter was exposed, the whole house Windsor would be ruined. The Steward Yun replied to him, Jonas, you think you have another way out? If I told King Chi that the missing third prince is here, what would he do to you? Jonas, think twice before you make the decision. At present, the house Windsor is at stake. The Celestial Slayer is enough to make your head hurt a lot, is not it? Supreme Elder said to him, all right. No matter what you want to do, we will do everything we can to support you, even at the cost of our lives. Steward Yun, say, good. Good, if you did as I told, the G Prefecture will sure be ours in the future. Supreme Elder was upset and said to him, but, Ives may not listen to us. Steward Yun said to him, don't worry. Call him here, I have a way. Thanks for watching my video.